go that nobody knows where the rivers flow, and I call it home. And there's no more lies, and the darkness is light, and nobody cries. There's only butterflies. Take me away, a secret place, a secret place, a sweet escape. Take me away, take me away, take me away, to better days, to better days. Take me away, a hiding place. Take me away, a secret place, a secret place, a sweet escape, a sweet escape. Take me away, take me away, to better days, to better days. Take me away, a hiding place. I got a secret, a secret, I got secrets to know my door. To better days. Take me away, take me away. I got a bucket to the sunshine. I got a love to know that it's all my door. Take me away, a hiding place. The sun is on my side and takes me for a ride. I smile up to the sky, I know I'll be alright. The sun is on my side and takes me for a ride. I smile up to the sky, I know I'll be alright.
Maybe it's the way you say my name. Maybe it's the way you play your game. it's so good. I've never known anybody like you, but it's so good. I've never dreamed of nobody like you. And I've heard of a love that comes once in a lifetime, and I'm pretty sure that you are that love of mine. 'Cause I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you would be mine, mine. And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile, smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, all of the time. I think that you are the one for me, 'cause it gets so hard to breathe when you're looking at me. I've never felt so alive and free. When you're looking at me, I've never felt so happy. And I've heard of a love that comes once in a lifetime, and I'm pretty sure that you are that love of mine. 'Cause I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you would be mine, mine. And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile, smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, all of the time. Dandelion, into the wind you go. Won't you let my darling know? Dandelion, into the wind you go. Won't you let my darling know that I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you would be mine. Oh, and I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile, smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, all of the time. still hear your heart. I was lost in the dark before you came. Every night felt the same, felt the same. Then you held my hand and the stars came through. And I knew, yeah, I knew. You don't need to say it, I can feel it all. When you look at me, I will never fall. Every word you whisper turns my gray to gold. You're the only story I want to hold. My love, it's you. Through every storm, through every night. My love, it's you. To you, my love, it's you. We've been through the fire, we've been through the rain, but we never let go. Through the joy and pain, you believe in me when I lose my way. And you stay, yeah, you stay. I don't need forever written in the sky, I just need your hand and your eyes on mine. Every broken moment, you make it whole again. You're my beginning and you'll be there till the end. My love, it's you. Through every storm, through every night. My love, it's you. You're the arms that hold me tight. When the whole world shakes and I don't know what to do, I close my eyes and I find my way to you. My love, it's you. They can say we're dreaming, they can say we're wrong, but this feeling inside me has been here so long. You're the voice I hear when the silence screams. You're the only real thing inside my dreams. And if tomorrow tries to pull us apart, I will hold you closer, heart to heart. You're written in my soul, you're running through my veins, and nothing in this world could ever change. My love, it's you. My love, it's you. My love, it's you. Through every storm, through every night. My love, it's you. My love, you're the arms that hold me tight. When the whole world shakes and I don't know what to do, I close my eyes and I You're the one I choose every single day. My heart knows the truth. My love, oh my love. It's always been you. It's always been you. It's always been you.
International vibes.
Yeah. Let me be. When you move like that on me, let me be. Don't stop, don't talk, just feel. Let me be. Yeah, right there, move. No stress, no rules. You're always talking, I'm cool. Low lights, one dream. Your body moving on beat, slow.
Say you feel it,
I feel it.
say you ready.
I'm ready.
Let me be,
Let me be, let me.
let me be,
When you grind that slow on me,
let me be.
let me be, let me be. Tonight, we free, no sleep. No love talk, just motion. Loud. Let me be, let me. When you move like that on me, let me be, let me. Don't stop, don't talk, just feel. Don't stop. Let me be, let me. Yeah, be. Don't stop. Let me.